Happy Friday, everyone. Glenn Kellaway from the basement. Today, I want to celebrate the life of, just show a few records actually. Um, one of my favorite human beings ever. I want to call him a role model or an idol because he did have his demons, but today is Jerry Garcia's birthday. He was born August 1st, 1942. Now, Jerry passed away August 9th, 1995, and they have a thing called the Days Between. So between the 1st and the 9th of August every year is a celebration of Jerry's life. Deadheads around the world celebrate this man. This man right here, Jerry Garcia. I keep Jerry close to me all the time. He's like, I don't sleep with him or anything, but I don't want it to get weird. Anyway, I just wanted to show a few things, just to see maybe I could get people's interest who aren't really into the Dead. But Jerry did a lot of stuff on his own besides the Grateful Dead. And if you're not really into that, you might be into something like this: Dear Jerry, the celebrating the music of Jerry Garcia was a live concert that they put on with some pretty cool artists that are kind of more mainstream, celebrating the life of Jerry. Alan Toussaint, Peter Frampton, Buddy Miller, Jorma Kaukonen from Jefferson Airplane, band called the Disco Biscuits. They sound interesting. Mo, great jam band. OAR, Los Lobos, Yonder Mountain String Band, Bob Weir and Grace Potter, Eric Church, very popular country guy, Widespread Panic, and plus Bob Weir, Mickey Hart, Bill Grisman from the Dead. Really good live album with some great performances. So you might want to check that out. 3 CDs. Can I get them all in? There we go. Fantastic stuff. Probably my favorite is the work Jerry did with Merl Saunders. Merl Saunders is a great keyboard player. Hammond B3 organ, kind of jazzy. He was had a good career doing TV show themes and stuff like that. But Merle and Jerry hooked up, did a lot of live stuff together. These are the complete 1993 fantasy recordings from a place called Keystone, the Keystone Recordings. That was with the club. There's some great stuff on here. There's some jazzy stuff on here, like My Funny Valentine, and some great covers, like Dylan's It Takes a Lot to Laugh, It Takes a Train to Cry, Jimmy Cliff's The Harder They Come, High Heel Sneakers, an old song. They do a great job of that. Mystery Train, fantastic. If That's All Right Mama, fantastic. I Second That Emotion. Positively 4th Street, How Sweet It Is to Be Loved by You. Just great. My absolute favorite Jerry set. Here are the discs. Comes with a book. Comes with a badge. Comes with matches. With Jerry and Merle on the cover. Comes with a coaster. Comes with a poster advertising the club's calendar. See who else is playing. Anybody good? John Lee Hooker playing at the same club. Commander Cody. Who else? Anybody else? Old and in the Way, which was Jerry's bluegrass band. Yeah, they're the kind of the familiar names. But yeah, so that all comes with it, and of course the music. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 discs. Fantastic stuff. That is highly recommended, along with the Dear Jerry. Later in Jerry's life, well, let's start beginning with his first solo album. Highly recommended again. Great record. A lot of songs on this uh, became staples in the Grateful Dead live shows. Deal, Birdsong, Sugary, and Loser. And that's side one of this album. 4 great songs. And then To Lay Me Down and The Wheel are on side 2, plus some other songs. But man, what a great record that is. It's called Garcia. Another one, if you're into acoustic music, Jerry Garcia's acoustic band. That's one thing I love about Jerry is that guy had a guitar in his hand 24 hours a frickin' day. If he wasn't, the Dead wasn't busy, he was out playing with other dudes. And Jerry Garcia band. This is rootsy, kind of bluegrassy, no banjo. So a lot of people will appreciate that. Just acoustic guitars, mandolin, basically doing just some great traditional folk songs, blues songs, a couple of Dead songs. Fantastic stuff. This was reissued on a Record Store Day thing on purple vinyl, which I have. Another one. This came out in the last year, I think. Jerry Garcia and Merl Saunders, 1972. Lion's Share, San Anselmo, California. Heads and Tails, Volume 1. Awesome album. Paul Butterfield plays on one. There's only one track on each side, long jammy thing, and Paul Butterfield plays. That's amazing, amazing jam. This is a great, great record. You can pick this up pretty cheap, I think. Fantastic stuff, all instrumental. Last but not least, so when Jerry in his younger days before the Grateful Dead was associated with David Grisman, they were doing a lot of bluegrassy stuff. Jerry was a banjo player, Grisman great mandolin player. Grisman played on Friend of the Devil and a couple of Dead songs on through the years, and they lost track of each other and reconnected in the late 80s and put out some great albums. This is my favorite. Absolutely incredible. Man, would I love to have the MO5 vinyl of this, which I used to have at one time. Jerry Garcia, David Grisman, that's what it's called. And it is fantastic. Look it up and give it a listen. They do a great version of B.B. King's The Thrill Is Gone. They do a slow version of Friend of the Devil. They do a couple of instrumentals on here. They do a long, jammy, kind of a weirdy track called Arabia, 15 minutes long at the end. It's just fantastic. And this was just recently released too. This is all the recordings that Jerry and David did together, and they called it Bare Bones, the duo recordings. They stripped it down to just Jerry and David's playing on it and singing. I don't believe there's any bass or any, there's nothing else on there, but just stripped down. That's called Bare Bones. Fantastic stuff. That's it. That's all I want to say. I love this man so much. He's just musically absolute brilliant. Could play anything. Fantastic. Great tone. Just a great musician. It's too bad he liked to smack a little too much and didn't live as healthy a lifestyle as he could have. He died in a rehab facility trying to get clean. Died of a heart attack. Man, too bad. Anyway, thanks for watching. For those of you who watch, please subscribe to my channel, and we'll see you on the weekend. Take care.